Hey everyone, it's Sabrina.
And I'm Staci.
And we are
Homeschooled by Two Chicks.
This podcast is brought to you by Vitali Inspection Services.
In our podcast, we are going to be educating and entertaining our listeners with topics such as
local businesses, real estate agents. We'll be discussing topics such as charities and the charity that was founded by Carlo Vitali, as well as talking to our inspectors and the gadgets that they use.
Did you hear that? It's Inspector Vitali and his crew. It must be time for another home inspection. I'm sure they'll check your chimney too. Look at oil tanks and radon levels. Gotta check sewer lines are clear. Termites and pesky bugs, beware. Inspector Vitali and his crew will be there.
Hey everyone, so we are here today on Homeschooled by Two Chicks with Miss Maria Remboski. Welcome, Maria. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Great.
Hi,
Thanks
Maria.
for being here.
Hi, Stace.
And Maria is the broker of Keller Williams Premier that's located in Robbinsville. But Maria has an amazing passion for something else in her life, and she runs a charity called the Jeremy Fund. So we really wanted to chat with Maria today about that. So can you tell us about that, Miss Maria?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much. The Jeremy Fund is a charity that's founded by myself and Jeremy's Grandma Paula. Jeremy was my son. He passed away in November of 1995. It was a week before his 6th birthday. And he was such an amazing kid, truly. Of course, all of our kids are amazing. And when something tragic like this happens, you really don't know what you're going to do. You're ready to crawl in a hole and just let life pass by, because to lose a child is something that no one should ever have to endure or go through. So it did unfortunately happen to us. And sometimes God has a plan that's a little bit different than we may have thought. And we're not sure why this happened. However, we made a decision. We had two choices. One is we could never, do anything again, kind of stay within ourselves and just be sad. And then the other choice was maybe we could do something good about this, because he was such an amazing kid. I really wanted his name not to be forgotten. And I never wanted anyone to be afraid to ask me about him. So, in his short little life, he made a huge impact on a lot of people. So that's why in his memory, we ended up creating the Jeremy Fund.
That's amazing and so beautiful.
Yes.
And I'm just going to say, may I just tell you, my heart is pounding right now because I can't even imagine, but how incredible it is for you to keep his memory alive by doing something so special. Can you tell us a little bit about what it is you do with the charity work and how you disperse your funds? Absolutely.
We have grown over the years, and we have an amazing board of directors, and they really do all of the work. We have 11 of us on the board, and 10 women and one guy are Skippy. And I would love to give credit to them, because they really keep this fund going. It's our lives all get crazy busy. And again, we're all nonprofit, so no one gets paid in this charity. All the money that we raise goes out to help families. So I have a great board, and we have about 6 events a year that enable us to raise money, because we don't ever want to turn anyone away. Our goal is if somebody needs something, we want to be able to deliver on that, because the only criteria with our fund is that it's for families with children undergoing treatment for cancer. Because we learned while Jeremy was in Boston, we went to Boston we stayed at the Ronald McDonald House for 9 weeks while he had focal radiation, because we really thought that this tumor was not going to come back. And while we were in Boston, we saw so many families, cancer sucks. And when children are undergoing treatment for cancer, it's even worse. And families, sometimes they have other children at home, as we did. And sometimes if they don't go to work, they're not going to get paid. And I can tell you firsthand, you don't care. They could take your house. They could take your car, shut off all your lights. None of that matters anymore. Your focus is what can you do to help your child? Because think about even when, one of your kids is sick, when they're lethargic, how your heart breaks. Well, imagine when there's so many other things going on. So we learned that firsthand. So what we wanted to do was try to make we can't take the cancer away. We can't make it better, but maybe we can make someone's life just a little bit easier. So that's why we started the Jeremy Fund. And if a family has a request, most often it goes through the social workers. However, we are open, and they will say to us, hey, we need our mortgage paid, or, we need a car payment paid. And then what we do is we pay the bill direct. So there's no question as to, where is the money going? We know where the money is going. It's going to, to pay the bills. And if somebody needs food, we will, write the check. We'll get them food gift certificates. We've had so many requests. When we first started this fund, cell phones were newer, and cell phone bills were crazy high for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And when a child's undergoing treatment for cancer, if the family did not have a working phone at home, they couldn't be released from the hospital in between. They had to, because a lot of times, and even with long distance, I mean, of course, I'm dating myself, but, going back to the late 90s, and, people just didn't have access to the technology that we have now. So it was a little more difficult. So in the beginning of our fund, we paid a lot of phone bills because we wanted to make sure that family had a working phone, so the child could come home between treatments.
That's incredible.
Yes. You had me crying here right now, Maria.
Yeah, I know. Like holding it back too.
Now, how do families get to be part of the Jeremy Fund, or how do they get to be one of the families picked for?
Well, we don't, it's one of those things where we are constantly, so far this month, so this started this year, 2022, we've already paid over $3,000 in bills. So what happens is a social worker from, it could really be any hospital. We're very focused on Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Yes. I think it's St. Peter's. There's Robert Wood of New Brunswick. We've helped families from Sloan Kettering. We will never turn anyone away. Most of our requests come again from Children's Hospital of Philadelphia or from local people. I will get an email or a text and say, hey, can you help this family? And then we try to do our research, to see who they're connected with and how we can help. Because sometimes people are proud too. They're, right. It's hard for them to ask for help. Yeah. So that's pretty much how people do get involved. And again, we have a captain of the Jeremy Fund. It's Suzanne Fernaro. And she's the one, the treasurer, who actually writes the checks and takes care of everything. My daughter, Lauren, now, she was Jeremy's little sister. She was 4 when Jeremy passed away. And now she is very integral in the Jeremy Fund. She's a great part, and she does a lot. And we have so many women: Maria Parmigiani, Pat Repko, I call them my nieces, my cousins, Taya Womack, Ryan Bonner. Their sister Kiata helps out. We have Carla Oakley, Melissa Giori, Skippy Morosovitz. He's our token gentleman on the board. And I'm going to have to make sure I did not forget anybody, because really this group of women, they really get together and make things happen. We have 6 events a year, roughly 6 events. And our next one coming up is a Frank Sinatra night at the Stone Terrace.
How fun.
So that's on May 6th, and that's from 7 p.m. until 11. And that's a great, Chris Pinella and his orchestra covers Frank Sinatra for the evening. And it really is a lot of fun. So that's $100 a head. Mm-hmm. And we have a website called thejeremyfund.org. And Jeremy is Jeremy. So it's thejeremyfund.org. And you could see all of we have a pasta dinner that's very family focused in June at the Hibernians. We have a night at Trenton Thunder, which is great. Awesome. We run a golf tournament in September. And in the fall, we do, it's called a witch's ball. It's a tricky tray. It's a huge tricky tray. And then we have a cocktail party in December. And that's designed to be around Jeremy's birthday. Jeremy's birthday is December 5th. So
Nice.
it's my favorite event of the year. And it's, a lot of,
That's the one in December, right?
yes, December 5th. Well, not December 5th. It's always the December 5th
Round.
is his birthday. It's always the first Friday in December. And that is at the Stone Terrace. And we have a great time. It's a lot of celebration. We raise a lot of money because there are a lot of families in need. And everyone knows someone who has been affected by a tragedy or by cancer. And sometimes they don't even know what to do. So donating to charities like ours, where all the money that comes in goes out. Again, we can't take the illness away, but we can try and do our best to try to make someone's life just a little bit easier.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
And all of these events and information is all on the jeremyfund.com or .org, website, correct? So people can go on and see for themselves.
Yes. And we roll things as they're coming up too, because you can register online.
Oh, great.
So, so thejeremyfund.org. And again, we are all volunteers, so we don't even really pay someone to run our website. Or so sometimes, everything might not be there, but there's a place to email to say, hey, how can I get in more information? But like Frank Sinatra is up there now. And then, the pasta dinner will come up, and the night at Trenton Thunder, and then the golf at Mercer Oak. So we are always updating it, because the more people, I guess and I really appreciate you guys, because that's what it's all about, is getting the word out and letting people, know what we're doing. And it's a great cause. So we help a lot of people. If I had my wish, we would just take it away.
Right.
So they would be more, because no one should have to go through losing a child. I can tell you that firsthand. And even just the long drawn out cancer treatments, but there's a lot of happy endings as well. And we love those happy endings. We have spoken to children that we helped in 1999, and now they have children of their own.
Wow.
And it's just, it's so, you have no idea how rewarding.
I just got chills.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It really is. And we're blessed. We have a lot of, we're blessed as a family. We're blessed as an organization. So we just want to pay it forward and help as many people as we can.
Well, I'm sure so many people feel blessed when they find out about the Jeremy Fund and they are able to get helped by you. And you're doing such an amazing thing in this world where, people just need to be good and give and be kind. And I think it's just important that we all care about each other. So thank you for caring about so many people that need it and probably don't realize how much they need it at the time. Because like you said, their focus just goes in, that tunnel vision of just focusing on that child. So you're doing such amazing work, Maria, and your whole group. And we look forward to trying to be part of as much as we can to help you out as well.
Oh, Carlo is always so generous with us, and Carlo supports us. So we're grateful.
And Sabrina and I can always volunteer for whatever events you need us.
Absolutely.
For anything. Let us know.
And spreading the word.
Absolutely.
Spreading the word is a beautiful thing.
Hope everybody that's listening and will be listening knows all about the Jeremy Fund and continues to go on your website and see all the wonderful things that you are doing.
Thank you.
Maria, Taya, what did you say? She's your cousin?
Oh yeah, I was going to say, do you know Taya?
Yes, I've been friends with her
Taya
for a very long
Womack and Ryan.
Yep, been friends with her for a very long time. She's a very good girl.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, their mother is my first cousin, Marianne.
Oh, okay.
My mom is my godmother, but you know what? Thank you for bringing that up. Of course, it's my daughter, Maria Remboski, Taya Womack, Grandma Paula Remboski, Carla Oakley, Melissa Giori, Ryan Womack Bonner, Skippy Morosevitz, Pat Repko, Maria Parmigiani, and our captain, Suzanne Fernaro. We call her our captain because she keeps us all together, organized. She's our treasurer. She makes things happen.
Cracks the whip.
Do
Right,
you
good.
guys
Such a big
have
journey.
a yearly goal that you try to reach each year, like personally or?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, my goal has always been to not run out of money. So just to be able to constantly, any request that comes in, somebody's mortgage could be $900, it could be $5,000, and if somebody says, hey, I need all my bills this month paid, and
Mhm.
if we have the money, we will pay it. So,
That is
we just want to be able, so that is my goal, to have a constant flow of money so we never have to say no.
You had mentioned something earlier about what you paid out in bills last year and what your goal is for this year. Can you tell us about that?
Oh, I was saying even double it. Yeah, we paid over $70,000 out. So I would love this year, to pay out over 150,000. Again, I wish we didn't even have to do this.
Right.
However, it is a reality. So yeah, I just want to be able to help as many people and touch as many lives as possible. Because a lot of times people are struggling during this time. And then again, when they get back on their feet and their child is doing better, these are the people that sometimes pay it forward and they
Right.
help someone else. And it just starts, that chain reaction of good. Or if the ending is not happy, but they have the strength, and they know that people do care and we are here, sometimes they can then help that next person that, maybe can't.
Now on the
Okay.
Jeremy, oh, sorry, on the jeremyfund.org, can they just make a donation?
Yes,
Okay.
you can make a donation. That's always on there.
That's
wonderful.
awesome.
And I'm
I
really
really
give a
appreciate
shout out. Can I give a shout out to another charity?
Yes.
I love to Joey's Little Angels. Have you
Oh,
guys
okay.
spoken to
Yes.
James Angelino? I'll have
Not
to
yet.
connect you with him. They do an amazing job as well. And I always give James credit because he dives in and works with the children that are not just cancer. James's charity is different. It's all illnesses.
Mm-hmm.
They do Christmas presents and he does amazing things. So I give him so much credit. It's hard for me when I see a little bald head. It's still so hard. But he is so amazing that he gets in there with the kids. So I just want to give him a shout out.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, we'll have to snag a little interview with him next.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, Maria, you have opened our eyes and our hearts, and thank you so much for the passion for this incredible work that you're doing, that you're all doing for the Jeremy Fund. Obviously, our heart breaks for you in a way, but we are also so, thankful for the things that you've focused on from your pain and bringing, joy to other people's lives. So thank you so much for that.
Thank
Yes,
you,
Maria,
guys.
thank you.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Really appreciate and respect you. And thank you for your time for today. And we hope that we have you visit us again, and maybe we'll chat about some other things.